What's up, guys? Welcome back to Back Road Driver.
We're the Mazda brothers.
In this video, we're going to go through everything you need to know, all the hot topics, all the concerns, and all the great things about the new F-150.
I've had my 21 F-150 for about 8 months now, put about 13,000 miles on it, and I've spent about $20,000 making this truck exactly what I wanted. This truck is a 21 F-150 Lariat Sport Package Edition with the 502A package. Has lots of other options, including max tow package. We'll put the build sheet on the screen right now so you can actually see every option. If you want to pause right now, take a look at exactly what this truck has as an option.
We're filming a video with every dime Sam has spent to build this truck. We call it the hammer on the channel. It is Whipple Supercharged, 775 crank horsepower. We're gonna have that video out in just a few days, so go ahead and hit subscribe on the channel, but make sure you turn on the bell so you don't miss that one. First on the list,
oil consumption. I know you guys have had a lot of complaints about oil consumption on 5-liter Coyote motors. All of them consume oil, pretty much. My truck consumes oil. Brad's truck with the 5-liter consumes oil. The GT500, which is a Predator block, it consumes oil. The 350 we had, it consumed oil. His old Mustang, which was a GT, it consumed oil. If you own a 5-liter Coyote V8, plan on checking your oil about once a month. Guys, if you just spot a new vehicle, check your oil. I mean, it's not that hard. You can top it off a little bit, but just know that these engines do tend to use a little bit of oil. A lot of people complain about it, but it's not that big of a deal.
But Sam, if it uses oil, you're gonna blow your motor. You're not gonna blow your motor if you check your oil and add to it. You get a ton of horsepower out of a little bitty block, guys. There's a lot of heat going on in there. It's not a big 6.2 Chevrolet motor where they can make less power with a bigger displacement. There's a lot of performance and technology for not a lot of weight. Check your oil 2 weeks to every month, top it off, you'll be good.
And one more thing, guys. Now that my engine's supercharged, I would be an idiot not to check my oil more often. Any of you guys that throw superchargers, turbocharger kits on these things, you got to check your oil or you're going to blow your motor with a boosted application. So can we just stop complaining about oil consumption? Let's talk about issues with Sync 4, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, all that stuff. Some guys are having issues with Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. They're like, I can't get it to work and it's always cutting off. You know, that's going to happen on a lot of vehicles right now, guys. It's not just Sync 4 that is the issue causing you to have problems with those systems. It's Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. Those applications are updated constantly. They're being ran off of a different phone and a different type of connector and a different this and a different that, and they just don't work good in cars yet, guys. I mean, when they do work, they're obviously the best option for getting around and being able to use GPS, that sort of thing. But when they don't work, they're the most annoying thing that you have to deal with on these new cars. And just so you know, it's not Sync 4 that's usually the problem. It's actually the other applications, Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. So just know that you're going to have those issues. Some issues that are Sync 4 related are some random memory issues, some problems with the screen. What's happening is some people have the screen go blank. Some people have the screen display colors incorrectly and look bad or whatever. That is an issue that Ford's taking care of. The other issue that a lot of people are seeing on their F-150 is random memory issues. And what I mean by that is stuff forgetting what it was supposed to be doing. Like My View, you'll set up My View and tell it all the things that you want to see on there, and then out of the blue, you'll start your truck up one day and it'll forgot all that and you got to start over again. I've not had that particular issue, but one issue I have had is my memory seats forgetting, and so I'll get in, sometimes it pulls right back up and gets into the right spot, but a lot of times I'll get in, starting down the road, the seat won't be in the right position, and I'll have to remember to hit this button and my seat will move back forward to where it was supposed to be. So not really sure what's going on with those issues, but just know that a lot of people are having those right now. So when you're buying this truck, you may run into that.
We just launched shopbackroaddriver.com. That's where you can go to pick up Backroad Driver shirts, hats, and the ever popular sticker. A lot of people have been buying these stickers. Now Sam's got the old sticker with the black bolt on his truck. We're gonna change that out real quick. Oh, squirted everywhere. Our stickers come with a clear mask on them so you can see what you're getting. And when we peel that back,
Now that's a good looking sticker. Let's talk about cylinder deactivation. Some of you guys don't even know what that is. It only comes on the 5-liter V8 engine, so if you've got an EcoBoost, you don't even have to worry about it, guys. Whenever the truck doesn't need full power, it can drop a couple cylinders and only use about 4 at a time. The Chevy guys, the Dodge guys, they've had problems with that in the past. Ford supposedly has modified their system to where there's better oiling, and it fixed a lot of those problems that those guys had, but basically nobody knows yet. There's not enough miles on these trucks to find out if this is going to be an issue or not, but just know if you bought a 5-liter V8 engine, it does have cylinder deactivation from a 21 model year on. As of this moment in time, there are only 2 ways that you can get rid of cylinder deactivation. I take that back, there's 3. You can turn it to sport mode or tow haul mode. Every time you get in the vehicle, you've got to switch it to sport or tow haul mode. It will get rid of cylinder deactivation. If you don't mind voiding your warranty and you don't want to think about it, you can get the vehicle tuned at this time by Livernois Motorsports, and they can put a tune on your vehicle which will remove the cylinder deactivation. And the only other option is to put a Whipple on it like I did, and you don't have cylinder deactivation because they remove it in the tune as well. So that's the only 2 real ways to actually remove cylinder deactivation at this time. There's no dongle, there's no foreskin, there's none of that to fix that problem right now. We'll see how that goes in the future. Right now it's not even a problem on the vehicles that we know of, so we'll leave it at that, guys.
So you want to buy a truck in October or late 2021, early 2022. It's not a good time, guys. Sam was able to buy his before the national chip shortage, or I guess international chip shortage. He actually got a good deal on it. He got it under sticker. If you're going to buy one right now, you're probably paying MSRP or over. If you want to find one on the lot that has what you want, it's going to be very hard. You're probably going to have to travel. We've done a whole video on the best way to sell your vehicle, get the most for it, buy a vehicle and get the most off of it. It probably requires a little travel or paying $500 to $600 to have a truck shipped from 6 states over to where you're at. If you can get $5 grand off somewhere else in a city or a state where the demand is not so high, it might be worth it to pay that shipping or to buy a plane ticket, fly with a mask on for 3 hours, and then drive it back. At least you get a road trip out of it. Prices aren't great right now. Trade-in values are super high, but what you pay for a new truck is super high. So there's really no win-win in this situation right now, unless you're a dealer, and then you win every time. But if you want a new truck, get ready to pony up. Availability is getting a little bit better. Our forecast, it's going to get worse before it gets really good again, because there's a lot of other stuff besides chips that's getting shorter. The magnesium shortage in China, not looking good. Magnesium's what you have to make aluminum. Most of this truck's aluminum. It's going to suck before it gets way better. So if you want a truck, you're not going to wait 3 months and it get better. It's going to be a year or 2 before it's going to get really good again.
Let me tell you guys about my secret weapon for towing. Roadmaster Active Suspension helps me when I hook up my camper. I get almost no squat now when I go to pick up some concrete and put it in the back of the truck to take to a flip house. I don't get much squat, guys. So what that helps you do is haul stuff and tow stuff more confidently. You don't get your front wheels sticking up in the air, that sort of thing, so you keep your drivability. If your suspension is still factory, you know that when you go over train tracks, the vehicle bounces everywhere and you have a lot of stability issues. Roadmaster Active Suspension helps with that, makes the vehicle feel more firm and secure on the road. And if you hit potholes, that sort of thing, it's not as bouncy. Also helps with body roll. So when you do have a large load or a camper or trailer hooked up to your vehicle, coming around a curve and that sort of thing, you don't feel like the vehicle is being swayed in the direction the weight is shifting. Everything stays nice and smooth. One of the best features with Roadmaster Active Suspension is you don't have to take these off and on, guys. I've had sumo springs and that sort of thing in the past, and you had to get out there, take them off and on, because if you left them on and tried to drive around with them without a load, it's too bouncy. These ride smooth. You're not going to even notice they're there, except for you're going to have a smoother ride.
If you're looking for something to help with towing, make sure you put Roadmaster Active Suspension on your list. Do your own homework. We've done ours. They're actually sponsoring this video, but guys, we would never take sponsorship money or tell you to buy something that we don't already use and already believe in. We actually ordered the product, did a video, and then they reached out to us. So we already were RAS customers. Now, this shirt right here, If you order a set of Roadmaster active suspension for your vehicle, it's any truck, it's even SUVs. If you do that now, before November 7th, and use the promo code BACKROAD10, you'll save money, and they'll send you one of these sweet shirts.
I mentioned tuning earlier. Let's talk about it. So the F-150 is one of the most tuned vehicles in the world. Think about it. You can tune one to improve towing, you can tune it to improve fuel efficiency, and you can also tune one for performance. Right now, there's only one company that can tune a 21 F-150. So if you're coming from previous generations, don't think that you can just go out there and get a tune from X person right now, because that's not the case at this moment. As I said earlier, Livernois Motorsports is the only company to have cracked the PCM on this truck to where it can be tuned at this time. They're tuning the 2.7, 3.5, and 5 liter models right now, so no matter what you got, they got a tune for you. Your other option is to buy a Whipple, guys, and it's a good option, but it may not be for everybody. The Livernois tunes are known to be fairly conservative, guys, so it's not you know, a super high performance tune like a lot of you guys are used to. You can still throw on a new intercooler and a tune on an EcoBoost and have a pretty awesome truck, guys. There still is that option right now. It's just not near as many options as there were in the past, and it may take a while for that to happen on the new F-150s. Oh, and don't forget, a new tune will void your warranty, guys.
But Sam, it won't void my warranty. I'll just swap it back when I take it to the dealer. They'll never. I've been doing this for years.
Yeah, but you've not in 2021 with these new computers. You can't swear, and you don't know, and it's not worth the risk. And we would never tell you that it won't void your warranty, because computers leave breadcrumbs now. And when you change code and you change back, it may show up, it may not. So be careful, buyer beware. Exhaust on the 2021 F-150s brings some change. They don't bolt up just like they did. They've kind of inverted the part where you would hook in behind your cats. We have a video on that. If you want to see exactly how we got around this, it's got muffler delete on the thumbnail. We'll put that down in the description. Sam put an AWE exhaust on here, so he already had a stainless, you know, dual tip, but it's a single pipe back. It sounds pretty awesome, just like it always has on a 5.0 Coyote. We actually cut the muffler off, and it freaking sounds sweet. I mean, like, a lot of times you cut a muffler off and it sounds like garbage, and you pick up metal noise and it doesn't sound awesome. But he doesn't have a factory resonator. We put like a vibrant resonator on there, like $100, and then we cut the muffler out and just straight piped right there. This thing sounds freaking mean. Do you want to hear it? This is not a cold start, and we are indoors, but let's hear it rip. That is a lot of cracking and popping, and you may not get that same exact sound if you don't have the Whipple supercharger on there. So it's not going to be exact if you just cut your muffler off and put a resonator on, but it is going to sound wicked unless you got an EcoBoost or 2.7. And I'm sorry, guys, it's just, that's the age-old question. How do you make an EcoBoost sound good? You trade it in for a Coyote. If you're looking to get a discount on lifts, leveling kits, wheels, a lot of different truck parts, go to tccustoms.com. I'll put a link down in the description. Use promo code BACKROAD. You'll save some dough, and you'll help out your boys at Backroad Driver.
What is the most common question on Facebook groups and forums? Will this level make these tires fit? And will these tires fit with this level? Blah, 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 blah.
And blah, blah. And
blah, 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 blah. And then again.
And then let's post it again right after that.
Yes. Ask it again. Guys, all of your leveling kits and stuff fit that were from a previous generation. A lot of manufacturers are making new kits for 21 with a little bit different dampening. As far as leveling goes, you've got two ways to do it. A puck leveling system, it's going to be your cheap option. There's plenty of kits out there for that. There's also suspension leveling kits. They're by Fox Shocks, Falcon Shocks, a lot of other manufacturers out there make them. That's going to be your better option. You're going to have a better ride. I'm going to call pucks what they are. They're Band-Aids. They're kind of like a poor man's level, and I know a lot of you guys out there use them. They get the job done. They get bigger tires on for cheap, but they don't ride good. I want you guys to know that if you go ahead and spend the money for better suspension, you're going to have a better riding and handling and more capable truck. As far as what wheels and tires will fit, I'm going to keep it simple, guys. If you do a 2 or 2.5 inch leveling kit, it doesn't matter what type, you're going to be able to fit 33s on your truck. What that means is like a 295 60/20 a 305 5520. A lot of you guys are going to use 18-inch sizes, but basically 33s are going to fit. You're not going to have any rubbing, and you can have a pretty aggressive offset on your wheels. These are a 12 offset. There's no rubbing. Your factory offset is a 44. So anything in between there, you're going to have no issues. So guys, 35s with a level, 2 or 2.5 inch level, you can put 35-inch tires on your factory rims with that factory offset, and you're going to be pretty good. You're not going to have any rubbing, I don't think. It's maybe just a tad, but you're going to be fine. But if you're wanting to put aftermarket wheels and get that offset out here and still put 35s on, it's not going to work, guys. You're going to be rubbing all over the place. You're going to have to put like a 4-inch lift on to get those 35s on the 21 F150, and that's about the same as it was in previous generations. Now, I will say, compared to previous years, the 21s and up give you just a little bit more room here and there. It's something to do with the way the suspension, they changed the offset this year, I guess, where the axles align and everything, so there is just a tiny bit more room than there used to be.
If you're unsure about what fits on your particular application and what you're wanting to buy, go to a forum and just ask the question new and say, hey, I'm new here, just have a quick question. I've got this and this, will it fit on this? Everybody will love you. You'll probably get like 5 stars and be promoted with a badge and like be super king of the group at that point. So that's how you do that.
Pick up some merch at shopbackroaddriver.com. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.